Hey everyone, Happy New Year. First of all, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel so far and who's commented. Really, really cool. It was kind of, well, let's just say it's the reason I'm making this video here today. And I didn't have a ton of time, but I wanted to stick something out for those who have been following along. And I guess just starting a new year, new me, some new goals. In the spirit of all that, I thought, let me make a video showing where I'm at today, because I'm actually a pretty new stacker. I've only been doing this for a few months, just sometime in the fall. And actually, I quit smoking cigarettes after a long time, I'm ashamed to say, but no judgment for those smokers. It's one of the hardest things ever. And I decided to kind of take that extra 20 bucks or so a day I was spending and spend a little bit more wisely and make some better investments. And part of that led me down the rabbit hole, I guess, of precious metal stacking. And so I was really excited to add this into my investment, I guess, strategy. Now, of course, when you first start learning about this and looking into this, you see all kinds of information and opinions. Those say who would say this isn't an investment. This is just savings, which I kind of have to agree with, I guess. But for me, I am one of those types of people who am super crappy at saving money. So this little dopamine hit of getting shiny objects in the mail and also knowing I'm, creating and putting away some actual tangible wealth that my child and future family will be able to benefit from really excites me. So that's how I got into it. And also, I guess just to start off, I'm going to take you through some of my stack here now, but these are, this is what started it all. These two buffaloes. One of them my uncle gave me years ago, long before I was ever interested in stacking metals, but I had always collected coins, still do today. And so he gave me this at Christmas time, and I had just put it away, tucked it in a little safe that I had. More recently, when I started actually stacking and getting more interested in silver and metals, my dad gave me this, which had been in my grandfather's coin collection for a long, long time. I have no idea how old this is, but I know it has to be at least 20 years old, and more likely it's older than that, just knowing him and the timeline of his life. So this is the first piece of silver that I ever owned, and then verifying that this is a cool thing I should be doing. Years and years later, through my grandfather's private collection, I get this, another buffalo. So I thought that was cool. And I knew I was on the right track with this metal stuff because lots of people in my family for many years have seen the value in this. So I have these two 1 ounce buffaloes. Let's dive right into it here. I've got some 1 ounce bars, which I'm interested in stacking. I'm trying to keep things generic and keep my price as low as possible. And also you'll notice I've got pretty much everything in these plastic things that ended up costing me like an extra 50 cents each or whatever, not even. I got them super, super cheap online, and they're going to be in here for a decade, so I don't really care about the extra cost of these. And I like being able to take them out and handle them. We've got a few of these, 2 of these 1 ounce Morgan bars, which I've just recently got. I had 2 of these. I sold one on eBay recently in my first ever silver sale, which was just an experiment. And I'm going to make a separate video on that soon, highlighting my thoughts and experiences selling for the first time silver on eBay. I love this one. It's got the nice, very detailed Mayan calendar on the back. Beautiful 1 ounce Aztec. Bought it on Facebook, just like all my silver basically. The JBR bars, which I recently got, loved the design on the back of these, some of that British imagery. And another one of those. And then, as mentioned in a previous video, I do plan to stack the Royal Canadian Mint stuff a little heavier. It just makes sense to me. I'm living in Canada. It's going to be the most recognizable. It's legal tender. So yeah, I just recently bought a bunch more of these, which are going to be on the way. But the silver maple, just one of the best. Sorry, there's some fingerprints on there now, but just so beautiful. The detail is, this has to be one of the hardest to fake. I know there's fakes to everything, but I mean, once you get to recognize the detail and the machining and the stamping and whatever goes into this, those fine lines on the field, and then the dimples and the veins inside of that leaf, incredible detail. The Royal Canadian Mint, of course, known for its precision. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those guys there right now. This is, I took this out of the capsule because I wanted to show you this in more detail. There's something weird about this, and I'm interested to know from more experienced stackers and collectors how typical this is. So this is a 2-ounce Bull of Clarence from the Royal Mint. Beautiful detail in the field there on that one as well. And the Bull of Clarence, one of the Beast series, and there's some cool information on that, maybe more detail for a future vid. But I noticed on the edge of this one, it's super rough and like kind of sharp, and you can see, maybe you can see, I tested this out a second ago to make sure that the cutting on the edging here is super rough. Can you see that? Yeah, up here. It's like sharp and kind of jagged, not super even in the cut. First, I kind of thought it was fake, and as I've looked, but it was very unlikely because of where I got it. As I researched it more online, now I'm starting to realize it's probably just more of a quality mark from the Royal Mint. But see on the edges here how they're not all super in line. When I rub my finger on it, it feels sharp. Versus, and I'm not going to take it out here right now, but the type of precision, you would never see that on a maple. So one of these, which is a 2-ounce coin, kind of a random purchase addition to the stack, but it's cool. Might grab another one in the future. Recently also grabbed my first silver eagle, just because, respect to America. I like it. I like international silver. I plan to, try to get 1 or 2 pieces from some of the different countries of interest. So I've got just one of these guys for now, but really like it. Into some bigger bars. My first bar was this 10-ounce from the Royal Canadian Mint, which is still in plastic, but I do plan to bust it out and put it in a plastic capsule. I love this. Feels great in the hand. And also I've got 2 of these 10-ounce Germania mint bars, which are wrapped in the cellophane, but they have that, of course, stamp on it there. And then, of course, this is like super small in comparison to the 10-ounce Royal Canadian Mint bar, but it just makes this thing feel like way more of a brick. It's just so dense, and I love it. So I've got 2 of those now, thankfully. Oh, I also have a 1-ounce version of that. I just love these Germania things. I'll probably try to get one of every size. Super awesome little 1-ounce versions of those. And then even this guy in this tiny little cardboard box. This is a 100-grammer from the Germania Mint. And so it's like 3 ounces. Just love this stuff. And that's the, so that's the majority of my silver. There's a few other little special pieces. This is a new one. Somebody gave me, my wife actually gave me at Christmas time, the polar bear and the cubs from the Royal Canadian Mint. 1-ounce silver piece. It's still in I'll probably leave it in this, because since it was a Christmas gift, I'll just leave it in this mint packaging. Low mintage, 20,000, lowish. Super nice. And then also my most favorite piece, super overpriced for 1 ounce of silver, but low mintage and relevant. So this is part of the Unexplained Phenomena series from the Royal Canadian Mint. And basically, the Canadian government is disclosing UFOs to the public by sneakily making silver coin bullion and releasing it to the world. And so they have this really fun series. This one depicts one of Canada's most unexplained / mysterious UFO events ever, which is the Clarenville encounter. It happened in Clarenville, Newfoundland, where an RCMP officer witnessed for hours, along with several other spectators from the community, this interaction with a UFO that took place, and verified it, did a full testimonial to the federal government on video, which is you can still find it online today. Super, super neat. And it has some glow in the dark features as well. It comes with this Royal Canadian Mint blue flashlight, which is rad. You see the lights of the house, the police lights, which correlate to the story that actually the RCMP officer told, and the UFO. I've got some more, investment silver, we'll say, which won't be part of this video. And I'll show one of the small piece of gold. It's the first piece of gold that I acquired, bullion, and it's a 1/4 ounce of fine Canadian gold, 4x9. This is the Arctic Fox. Super nice piece. I like these ones with the animal, so I think I'll probably try to keep grabbing these 1/4 ounce maples, or not maples, the animal series, and try to get 1 ounce maple. So my goal for this year is to get my first 1 ounce gold bullion coin, and hopefully to get 3 more of these. So I'd love to be able to add 2 ounces of gold to the stack this year. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. And then with the silver, I don't really have a silver goal. I should make one. I don't even really know how many ounces are here now. It's not a ton, obviously. I've just started. But yeah, I'm just going to keep it going. I do know that I'm going to try to focus just on 10 ounce silver bars, although I've already been tempted by some deals lately to buy more maples, for instance, which is somewhere I'll deviate from the big bar plan when for maples or other things of interest when they're cool. Also, because I'm a coin collector, I have been grabbing a few things that I know are going to increase in value. In the future, I'll probably sell and then use this money towards more bullion, because this doesn't really have a, But so these are the commemorative black toonies. Canadians know that we use toonies, a $2 coin, popular in Canada. We don't have $2 bill anymore. And so these ones are the commemorative, the memorial tribute to the Queen, passing of the Queen. They made this run of black coins, black toonies. So grabbed a roll of these in a few years' time. Probably sell these online and then roll that into more bullion. So that's it. This is my little baby stack that I'm going into 2024 with. But I'm looking forward to hopefully at least doubling this. But a lot of things will have to happen. I'm self-employed. I've got a kid, growing family, and living the East Coast life here in a small community. And I'm a sales guy. So, hopefully the stars align. We have a good year and we can stack it high. Either way, I'm not going to be selling this because this is it. It's only going one direction from here, and I look forward to handing this to my kid when he's starting out a life for himself. That's it. Thanks again for following along and commenting and all that. Love hearing all of your opinions. Looking forward to unboxing a future another load of silver, buying from Facebook, which is where I get everything. And yeah, thanks. Enjoy. See you next time.